My earliest memory of the BComm was attending the BComm lectures in the main theatre in the arts room. And in about November, the priest who was responsible, who was the chaplain for the BComm, came into us and he gave us a very stern lecture. He said, "I'm absolutely ashamed of all you BComm students." He said, "I was in the library recently and I saw some BComm students." And he said, "You shouldn't be there till at least January."
There were very few girls in the class, and that was my initial memory, was immediately making a beeline. So we made friends with you and Maura very quickly, and with Ger and Colette very quickly, because we sort of clung together. And I think there's probably disproportionately more of the girls here tonight because we've been more in touch.
They'll live longer.
UCD, I just absolutely loved it. I thought, and every time I come in, I have 3 children who've been to UCD, and I say to them, it actually feels like home. UCD feels like home to me, which is really strange, but it's like the place I grew up. It's the place I had the freedom to grow up.
I think I received some very good advice the very first day I was at college, and it was, enjoy your stay, but don't go into the student bar until after 12.
When you finish term, you could get your deposit back from your locker. So you got £1 back. £1 back was your deposit, and with that £1 you go to the bar and you could buy 3 or 4 pints with that £1.
Drank Harp at the time, and the Harp was 21p per pint. But then I discovered that Guinness is 18p. So I set about trying to acquire a taste for Guinness. And I remember the elections. The first election was Brian Twomey. He was elected class rep.
That's right.
I was trying to remember why I actually went for the job. Apparently I was the first actually elected class rep for our year. It was in the final year. And I just spoke to someone now, and he said, you spoke to me once and you said you had a grand plan. And being class rep was the start of that grand plan, as it would look good on the CV. One of the perks of the job I always remember was being invited to Professor McCormick's house for tea. And that was a great privilege, to be dining with the prof, or to have a cup of tea and biscuits.
As treasurer, one of my jobs was to organise parties. And that's what I did. We had a lecture, we had a debate every Friday night, and my job was to organise the parties afterwards. So I must say I really enjoyed that.
And I suppose one of the fun memories is meeting a bunch of new friends, actually making new friends. I have a vivid recollection of meeting each and every one of them, and they have remained my best friends, including the 2 ladies by my side.
So it's been really great bonds in college, really, that has lasted. It's hard to believe it's X number of years since we all just met each other for the first time.
And there's a bunch of us meets up every Christmas because Maura organises that.
But my daughter came to UCD as well, and she's actually 4th generation UCD. Because I was 3rd generation UCD. My mother was UCD and my grandfather was UCD, so a nice tradition coming through here. So
I think it's great. It's lovely to rekindle these friendships. Many of them, have withstood the test of time. Others perhaps are going to be rekindled as a result of tonight. So it's a great opportunity, and it's lovely to be back.